In the mid-1800s, there lived a young girl whose beauty was known throughout the village and surrounding areas of the parish of Roughton. Her father, the miller, worked hard every day to provide for his family. A kind and generous man loved by all, his daughter was the apple of his eye and the jewel in Roughton's crown. Rather fittingly, she was called Abigail, meaning a father's joy or beautiful. She was admired by many, but only had eyes for one man, a young laborer from the nearby farm by the name of John. Unfortunately, he was a callous and selfish man. He liked nothing more than to lead a girl astray before tossing her aside like a worthless rag when he had gotten his way with her. Abigail's father knew John's reputation and tried hard to keep her away from such a bad influence. But who can stand in the way of a young girl's heart? Certainly not the miller. And so it came to be that Abigail, blinded by apparent love for a man she believed she could change, made plans to elope under cover of darkness with him 3 days hence, during the early spring moon. John, being the boastful kind, couldn't help but let slip his plan after too much ale in the local public house 2 days later, and word got back to the miller of what would be happening the next night. In a rage, he plotted a trap for John to stop him literally in his tracks. So it came to the night. The spring moon shone bright and high in the sky as John rode his steed through the quiet country lanes towards his clandestine meeting with Abigail. He had no plans to actually elope. His heart as black as the night sky. All he wanted was to have his passion and abandon the poor girl. Galloping as fast as his horse would carry him, he did not see the metal wire tied between 2 trees before him. Abigail stood atop the mill, watching and waiting for the man she loved. She heard the hooves before she saw the rider, but what she saw broke her heart into 1,000 pieces. A black steed galloped into view. The rider, still upright, had lost his head. Grief-stricken and broken, she lost all hope in that moment and decided if she couldn't live with the man she loved, she wouldn't live without him either. As the horse stopped at the base of the mill, she threw herself off the top to be with her lover for all eternity.